Let's see. Sorry about that. Again with the technical difficulties.
Nothing's coming up.
Nothing's coming up. Oh no. It takes a second. It takes a second. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Yep. Sorry about that, guys. I fucked up and closed out of the stream manager, which doesn't want to cooperate with me today. So let's try that again. Welcome back to Loud Noises. Start.
Welcome back, guys. Sorry about that.
You got promotional thing is you want to tell people? What?
Yeah. Shout out to uh, Martin.
Martin.
The other Martin. The guy who gave Mike the jacket, and so he
And the shin pads.
and the shin pads added me on the gram, and asked me, hey, I guess because I'm doing I'm doing the show with you. He asked me if I wanted to try some gear, and I'm like, it's like, yeah, I do, but I'm like, man, I'm not an athlete. It'd be a waste.
But check it, right? We can go be athletes on stream. You know what I'm saying? Like we can do a show one day where that I was thinking of canceling my Crunch Fitness and my Planet Fitness to get this one place called Tap Out right by Guitar Center, right by
yeah,
where
I know where
train.
that one is. Yeah,
And they have mats and stuff. It's like, bro, we can go there, make some content.
Yeah.
We got the mics now.
yeah. We can roll around and fucking do sweaty pajama
Hugging, yeah.
sweaty pajama hugging,
Do
that
some
Mexican ground karate.
And also shout out to the Martin next to me for this awesome headband.
Oh yeah,
He got it for me for my birthday.
yeah.
Cobra Kai. Strike first, strike hard, no mercy.
That's
Cobra
the
Kai never dies. Whoa, okay.
Yeah, that's how that's
That's a throwback.
that is a throwback.
Like nobody talks about his greatest hits like that.
yeah, that was one of his greatest hits.
No, like multiple.
Yeah, multiple.
Poor Rihanna.
Hey, poor Chris Brown's fist. He has to
Oh
use that to
man,
dance.
we're fucking. Isn't he in jail right now? Actually,
Is he? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
have no
I heard.
idea.
I heard he was, but I mean, dude, that's a throwback. When did that happen? Like 07?
No, a little later, like 10.
010?
Yeah, the O10s.
It's technically 010
the O10s, yeah.
because it's 2010.
Yeah. No, it is.
010.
It is the O10.
Yeah,
O10.
010.
O10.
Back in 010.
O10 Hut, man.
Because I remember Ryan Higa. I don't want to say his YouTube name because canceled.
Fuck that shit. That was his name, bro. They were trying to cancel him because of his name. Like, fuck that shit. Anyway, that was a throwback too. That was definitely 07.
How to Be Ninja.
How to Be Ninja.
Dude, How to Be Ninja was like 06, man.
Yeah,
like that was
man.
insane.
But
How to Be
anyway,
Gangster.
all those guys, man. Shout out to those guys doing it for
Those were
like
the pioneers.
20 years, man.
Dude, yeah, those guys
was
were
like
the
almost
pioneers.
20 years ago.
So small back then.
right. They
That
blew
they were
up.
able to blow up. Now it's tough.
Yeah. Well, those guys are also like 10 years older than us. 5
Yeah,
to
I
10
mean,
years
true.
older.
I'm just saying, when we were in high school, we could have still done something.
Probably.
But I mean, I don't know. We're doing something now.
Yeah, we're doing it now, and we're having fun with it. But anyway, Diddy's on the run.
Diddy is on the run.
The diddler.
We just keep coming back to our childhood being ruined.
Diddle me this, Batman.
Because wasn't
I don't know.
Wasn't
I just make.
no, that
songs.
was Coolio. Coolio was the Keenan.
R.I.P. to Coolio. He
Oh,
died.
yeah, he
died
passed.
last.
It was a few months ago.
Was it
I
this
don't
year
think
or
it's been a
last-
full year since Coolio died. Has it?
I don't know.
Guys, when did Coolio die? Hey Siri. When did Coolio die? She's thinking. Give her a second. September 28th, 2022. Damn.
So it's been like 2
almost 2 years. Holy
Damn.
shit. It feels like it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
Because
I
when
mean,
he
was
died, it was like, damn.
Yeah, man. Now, hopefully, he's in a gangster's paradise.
That's That's a good one. That's one of your better ones.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm having a terrible time with my mental health.
Oh yeah, what's going on?
Nah, same old, same old. You know, this is what happens, man, when you're not active and there's no good, healthy distractions.
I mean, you've been working a lot.
I know, yeah. Well, that's a pretty good distraction. But as soon as I get that little bit of time by myself, I'm like, you know,
Just go to sleep. I don't know. Is that the
yeah,
Twilight Zone thing?
yeah, something like that. It's just
Well, do you want to tell us about your new job? I don't think you got a chance to talk about it.
it's just pet retail stuff. So we, I don't want to dox myself too much, but it's a place. It rhymes with PetSmart.
That was pretty pet dumb.
um, but but no, it's actually a pretty cool job though. I guess I'm learning a lot. Obviously, the best part of it is like taking care of the pets and like getting to like. I gotta post a clip on my Instagram for any of you guys that do or haven't followed me. Please follow me on my Instagram. I'll try to post the videos on there, but
I gotta try. I gotta figure out a way to put that.
But what's that? Like I'll post it. It's like there's a chameleon, bro. I want a chameleon. Man.
Come a chameleon. I actually have a clip of us singing that,
Oh,
and we're
please.
like, let's sing it from the top. Come, go. Oh no,
There's
but a
love
chameleon
in
would be cool
your
though.
eyes all the way. If I listen to your lies, would you say that my love was an addiction? I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah, I'm a man without conviction.
Anyway. Oh, looking at this stuff. It's funny enough. Mikey's got the same birthday as my dad. So,
Oh, crazy.
yeah. So I got him the headband, but I got my dad. Funny enough, I got my dad a Nintendo Switch. I was talking with my cousin a while back. I'm like, man, what's something like he would actually use and that he'd appreciate. And one thing he did, like when I was growing up, when him and my mom first got together, because he's my stepdad, um, like he actually had like a N64. He was like, he was playing video games.
Yeah.
Like,
He like
but it's just like something for him to just pass the time. And I was like, let me get him that. So I got him a Nintendo Switch bundle with some Mario games.
That's awesome.
And the FC
That's
24.
awesome. All I got was a headband.
And some blood. You have one more thing coming.
Dude, your face.
This fucking guy.
Your face.
First of all,
he didn't have to get me anything. He didn't have to get me anything.
First of all,
calm down.
I got him a headband from a brand that I wanted a headband from. They just didn't have the style that I wanted. They're out of stock of the style that I wanted.
Dude, I
But
had to wear
I'm
the
always
headband,
wearing
bro.
fucking headbands, bro. I'm trying to have like cool different designs.
Dude, I mean, summer's coming. I'm
But
gonna
then,
need this.
but then I fucking saw that they had this Cobra Kai headband. I'm like, bro, I'm getting that for Mike, bro. I'm getting that.
Nah, dude, your face, your mouth dropped. I love that. I
fucking
gotta.
did. You
Chat,
looked at me
clip it.
like the same way as when I gave you the first time I gave you a birthday present. When I got you the fucking Beatles poster
No, but
that you already
dude,
had.
that was like, dude, I love this, but I have this already.
And I swear to God, the SKU number that I saw was a totally different one.
Dude, and you.
I was like, I swear to God. I mean, I couldn't. It was in the plastic, so
Hold
I
on,
couldn't unwrap
we
it.
should tell that story. I should tell that story. So, like, back when we were in high school, I was like 16, 17. This guy's always been so nice to me. I don't know why, but he gets me stuff for my birthday. And he just get and it's like little things, but like they're like meaningful things, like show before. But so he brings me a poster, and my favorite band at the time, and still probably to this day, is the Beatles. And he brings me this poster that I already had literally hanging on my wall for years.
Yeah, that
Uh,
I've seen and I've looked at it.
And I'm like, dude, like, thank you so much, but I have this already. And his face was just like, he looked at me in the eyes first, just got to kind of see if I was being honest. And I was like, yeah, dude, look. And like, he just peeks into the door to my house because we lived in an apartment. He picks and it's the first poster you can see.
No, because so what I knew he had that poster, but the thing is, I got it at the what was it, FYE store at the mall, where you can get music and pop.
Oh my
culture
god, I
stuff.
miss it.
That was a good store, man. But anyway, I got it from the little rack where you can buy posters, but all the posters are rolled up and like shrink wrapped or whatever, wrapped up in plastic. So you have to peel them to open them. I was like trying to find like the SKU number and
Yeah,
match
because
it.
they had like a thing.
And
yeah.
and my mistake as a customer is grabbing it because I guess it was in the wrong SKU bin. So I grabbed them like, okay, I matched the number. Okay, that's it. So I grabbed it. I didn't actually look at the SKU number on the poster. I looked at it, been bothering to look, but I couldn't open it anyway. And so I bought it, and then I was just like, here. And then it was, I was like, fuck.
Nah, dude, it was still awesome. Then you came back and you brought me another one, and it was like the different one. But it was still, like, that was a funny.
Ever since then, I've become a great gift giver.
You've always been a good gift giver.
You can ask my ex.
I mean, listen, I think the fact that, like,
Hold on, I just want to clarify. I did not give my ex any STDs or crabs or anything.
Is that the kind of gift?
That's not the gift. I'm not good at giving that because I don't give that. No, I'm talking about like actual gifts that you buy and stuff. Okay, I just want to clarify before anyone makes a comment or a joke, even to themselves. That's not the kind of gift. I just know there's some fucked up person out there because if I was listening to someone else say this, I'm like, hey, you probably gave her crabs or I don't know. But I didn't.
I didn't. No. I was gonna say something.
Any whore. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Any whore. No, I lost my train of thought. But we were talking about like
I want to run a train on some thoughts though. That sounds pretty cool.
like by yourself.
I guess it would be.
Don't you need more home? The tank engine.
Yeah, bro. Choo choo. I can't do the fucking thing.
Dun, 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 dun. Bum, 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 bum,
That
bum, bum.
show, I watched it, but looking back,
you know Ringo was the narrator for that show.
Was
Ringo,
he?
Yeah,
Ringo McCartney.
He took some LSD.
Oh my
It
God.
was Ringo Starr.
No, Ringo McCartney,
name's
like from
Ringo.
50 First Dates.
51st Dates.
Yeah, when she's
Oh yeah, with
when she's like, "What's your boyfriend's name?" Ringo. What's his last name? McCartney.
I forgot about that. That was
Dude,
good
Adam
movie.
Sandler, Drew Barrymore.
I'm
like,
glad Adam
good.
Sandler hasn't come out as a diddler. You know.
Told the applause. Let's wait. I mean, it took Bill Cosby like
Dude,
Over
did you see the
40 years.
videos on TikTok?
the videos. That's another thing we're gonna talk about, man. That one clip of him on Larry King talking about Spanish, like, I was about to do Trump. That was terrible.
Frankly,
Damn, I don't
either
know.
I'm fucking, or either we're fucking, or I'm fucking.
Yeah. Fuck, I can't do.
Well,
Listen,
well,
Rudy, if you want to if you don't eat the Jello with the Spanish fly in it.
So,
I don't know.
what's Spanish fly? Because like he's talking
Well,
about it in his book and shit.
I assume I don't know this, but just by context,
Because he was
clues-
saying that like it was something about like
It's-
they used to look for as kids, like for the Spanish.
yeah, like back in the drugging and raping chicks.
So he's been like
He's been doing it
his,
since before he
it's
was a
his
grown-
craft.
That's
like,
his. You know, he is the what is it? He's
the
Rembrandt.
alchemist.
He's a Rembrandt of rape. The Picasso of protrude of penis. The fucking
of Pica.
the
Picasso.
Michelangelo of
Don Picasso.
yeah. He's the Picasso of picoing. He's the fucking.
I mean, listen.
the Da
that
Vinci
one,
of diddling.
that
He's
one
the,
video where it's like a commercial or something. And he's like, I'm Bill Cosby.
I'll
And he,
rape a
and he
bitch.
grabs like a sugar cube. He drops in a drink. He's like, "Watch yourself." That's like him.
Bro, he was throwing out hints. He's like, "Hey, I'ma fuck you in the ass."
Well, you know something, and it's kind of like a narcissist serial killer thing too,
like
where
they want to get
where they
caught.
go back to the crime scene or like they give hints about it.
It's like he's like, "Oh, I gotta masturbate over where I hid this dead body or something."
Yeah, like because if you notice how like some serial killers get out caught, is because they want to like go back to like
it's like
the crime scene or something like that, you know, or they don't leave it. For example, like you know the serial killer Ed Kemper,
Yes.
the co-ed killer.
Oh, okay, never mind.
And he actually killed his grandparents as a teenager. Then they sent him to an asylum, and then they were like, "Oh, he's cured." They sent him back to live with his mom as a like adult.
Mhm.
He used to hang out with the cops a lot, blah blah blah. Killed a bunch of girls in the university, and then he just one day snapped and just like killed his mom. And he was just chilling like with her head like throwing darts at it. He took her voice like her larynx and threw it down the garbage compactor.
Mm.
and very deadly shit. But Ed Kemp, what was I talking about? Ed Kemp?
Yeah, Ed Kemper because of Bill Cosby.
Oh, but it's like he got caught because, well, he confessed, but like
It's like he wanted to,
but
though,
he
right?
had like their bodies in like the car like a lot of the time, so like he had evidence.
It's almost like not that I mean, I am trying to understand, but like not too much. But like, you know,
Understanding, not sympathizing.
yeah, not sympathizing, definitely. But it's like the scene in Goodwill Hunting when Matt Damon's like, you know how easy this is for me, and like he gets so frustrated and pissed off because he's like, he doesn't go to college. He comes from a fucked up background, but he's fucking smarter than everyone. Like, even through all the crazy abuse and shit, he ever seen it?
I haven't seen it in a while.
Oh, okay. No, but yeah, like the scene where he's
Like
telling
the
the
most
professor,
recent I've come to rewatching Goodwill Hunting is that one scene in Jane Silent and Bob where they're like Goodwill Hunting 4 hunting season.
how you like them apples. That was funny. But no, yeah, like it was like I feel like those type of narcissistic type of serial killers or any type of predatory
Yeah, predatory shit
people
because
who victimize, like
I mean,
whether it's serial
because
killers
okay,
or
so
rapists.
check it. I think even like Biggie knew about Diddy. Like, there's one line where he says, "My friend likes to kidnap kids, fuck them in the ass, and throw them over the bridge." That sounds like Pete Diddler to me.
Yeah, the diddler man. That makes me, where's
And then there's
where's
I've been
Batman
going
to
on
go? Stay out of Gotham.
I've been going to like I've been on thick
You've been on
talk
TikTok or TikTok?
thick talk is where
Ooh.
the girls go,
Oh my
where the
God.
hotties go, where the
That's
baddies.
a whole nother episode. I can talk about TikTok all day.
Oh, we're gonna talk about those thick arsonists.
Any
But hold on.
big titty goth girls, please hit me up, DM me in my Instagram.
Me too.
I promise I won't do anything because I'm a little pussy bitch, but I would appreciate that.
To get stuff done.
I'm sorry, I can't take myself seriously right now. Um, good thing no one's tuned in, but also, oh wait,
I mean, this goes on the YouTubes, man.
this goes on the YouTube.
Like anybody can watch this eventually.
YouTube's, yeah. Well, anyway, sorry, I cut you off. My bad.
I forgot.
I'm terrible. I'm sorry.
No, I just forget. I
The
was saying,
bridge, Francis Scott Key Bridge. It's been over what, 2 weeks, a week at least.
oh, the Baltimore Bridge.
Baltimore.
Okay, so people are saying I actually
Inside job.
I was looking at some TikToks about. It's funny. I gotta get off fucking TikTok. The Chinese got me.
The Chinese.
The Chinese, just like how the Chinese got you with Spotify.
Yeah, Chinese.
But yeah, Chinese. And don't call me as a communist China agent with this, guys. But some people were talking about the conspiracy about how it's supposed to cover something up or something.
Right.
But I don't know what. What is it supposed to cover up? And what happened? Did they find any survivors? How many casualties were there? They were talking about mass
I
casualties.
don't know.
There
But
was people on the bridge when it fell.
they said something about what is it, the guy who runs the
The
fucking-
mayor,
not the mayor, port authority or whatever.
the
who
port
runs-
master,
Yeah, whatever. it
port
was.
master general.
I think it was him. Yeah.
No, that's a postmaster.
Yeah, the
general.
Captain Crunch of the docks. Yeah, Captain Crunch of
Carhoonch?
the docks. The chair force of the, I don't know, the seamen.
The Simons.
Yeah, man. No, but like something about him dying or being dead a couple days before.
He died in?
Yeah, we gotta look it up. I might have.
Bro, we have no research, guys.
Yeah,
We talk about these things, but we don't know
expecting
anything.
y'all to do the research.
I mean,
and we're just on here regurgitating information.
Like, you're just telling you things and go Google them.
Yeah, Google them. Don't take our word for it. But anyway, anytime these, I mean, even when 9/11 happened, I didn't think about it this deeply until I got older. But it makes sense, the stock market crash or the World Trade Center be destroyed and all that, and it's like, oh, and it's always obviously something having to do with the people in power who pull the strings.
I mean, dude, I don't want to get all conspiratorial and stuff because we're gonna get shadow banned and nobody's gonna come watch the stream. But
This is all in quotations.
in Minecraft, who hold power and all this power is being used like righteously or in any way, you're wrong. Obviously, there's things being done to kind of maintain a veil,
Mm-hmm.
but come on, you can't expect like if we had an organization
Right.
where we could run shit. Like it's all a big mafia. The government's a mafia. It's just called something else. You know, they're not called the Crips and the Bloods or like the mob. They're called the government. But
Right. I
uh,
mean,
it's a big
even
club. You're just not in it.
yeah, George Carlin.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Rip.
George Carlin. R.I.P. George Carlin. All the greatest minds.
I'm surprised he didn't get murdered.
But how do we know he didn't? I mean, he was.
He died
pretty
of old age. Like he was like
He
80.
wasn't that old.
He was like 80.
Yeah, that's not that
Oh,
old.
come on,
Betty
dude,
White
yeah.
was like 100.
Yeah, but Betty Wap, not Betty
R.I.P. Betty White.
She's 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 older than sliced bread, I think, or some shit.
Yeah,
like
I
that.
remember reading that. Dude, my dad was my real father was born in 1930. That's why I'm like kind of have this demeanor of like I'm just too dude, I'm not that
So
far
you should
removed.
you should have been like a Gen Xer.
If my dad had me at like a regular age, like in the 20s, if I was born
Actually,
when
no.
my dad was in his 20s, I would probably be
You would have been
older.
born in the 1950s, bro.
I would have been older than my stepfather.
You would have been. Born,
I don't want to talk about.
You would have been a
this
baby boomer.
dude. This is weird to talk about
It is kind of weird.
because I'm like not the generation.
You would have
if
been older
look
than my dad.
dude. I'm like if you look at it generation wise, like I'm not that far. My father's born in the 1930, bro, January 1930. So really, like not that far. 1929, dude. If he was in the U.S., he could have been like smuggling, alcohol, bootlegging.
True. Wait,
I
I,
mean,
thought
he was
I
born
thought
around that
wait, I
time.
thought prohibition was only in the 20s.
Oh yeah, I guess so. I mean, he was born, but like that. I'm just saying the year. Around he would have been born in that.
Dude,
time,
he was
the
born
30
before the moon landing and things like that.
He was born before. I don't know.
Nickelodeon.
Before
Before Sesame Street.
before a lot of streets, to be honest.
Before Martin Luther King Street.
Before, yeah, yeah. I think he would have been younger than Martin Luther King, though. Martin Luther King was not that much older. Dude, this is weird to talk about. He's older than my mom's father, I think.
Oh.
Generational trauma. Giving me weird kinks. It's probably like
You have a weird kink?
I like older women. I don't know if that's. I don't know if it's because like I feel like I'm from a different time, partially,
You feel older?
and that's why I don't think I've ever been athletic too. Is because I was born from
But
old
that's
man
bullshit.
semen.
You're
I was born
athletic.
from old man
But
semen.
like you are
My
athletic.
father was.
But like you are athletic.
Look, I was born in '93. To infinity, shout out, fucking, Souls of Mischief, Bay Area, West Side.
You were born in California?
No, I wasn't, but I started like kindergarten in California.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah,
Ew.
but West Side. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I was born in '93, but my dad was like already in his 60s when I was born, like
Oh.
mid 60s. He died in 2003. I think he was like 70 something. So it's crazy.
I'm sorry.
No, I mean, it's cool. I mean, that's why I am the way I am. Imagine if he had much longer, I would not be as chill.
I think you'd be chill because you. It's like you'd be raised by your grandparents.
Yeah, but he's my dad.
Like
I don't want to steal this joke, but like Theo Vaughn even had a same set. He had a
Oh yeah,
similar
he
story
had a similar
because
story,
his
yeah.
dad was fucking old as shit,
when he died.
and it's like
yeah.
him and his dad instead of playing like catch, it was just like just throwing. He would have to, I didn't have that with my dad. I mean, I was like 9 or 10 when he died, so it's just anyway. Enough about me. The bridge, man. Conspiracy theories. Dude, you look so uncomfortable.
I'm not uncomfortable. I'm just sad. Like I'm like, damn. Like my poor.
Damn, I
like,
can't like even talk about it casually because everyone else starts feeling bad. I'm like,
Well,
oh
it's
my
not that I feel bad.
I-
It's just like okay, like I do feel bad, but it's like, what's it
You have
called?
nothing to feel bad about,
It's-
dude. The circle of life.
It's just like-
you know.
I have another friend named Tom whose dad was like, oh, it's like all these guys named Tom.
Don't name your kids Tom. Don't do it. I don't know. There's something not good about it. Every time I see a reference in a movie, show, or anything where there's a meme and it's the name Thomas, it's never like a good thing.
Damn.
It's like Tom is a perpetrator or he's the
A
victim.
perpetrator, not a proper perpetrator.
Yeah, but I also said it could be a victim too. So my
No,
last
he
name
killed.
isn't Bell, but I mean I've been Drake Belled before.
Now
Taco Bell.
now I'm uncomfortable.
All right.
Well, let's talk about speaking of Drake Bell, but not about what happened to him. But like he released a new song. What do you think of it?
The one you showed me last
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
It's pretty cool.
It's called I Kind of Relate,
Yeah.
and I think he's bringing back
Style.
that old school rock and roll
you,
sound.
You said it sounded like the Beatles, and it does sound
It
reminiscent
sounded
of the
sounded
Beatles.
like it came out of
It's-
Sergeant Pepper. I'm not gonna
yeah.
lie.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not
no,
gonna
no.
lie.
It does. It has that vibe to it.
Like people are gonna be like, oh, like Drake Bell's not that masterful or whatever. Dude, I heard the fucking French horn like in fucking
Yeah.
songs like "She's Leaving Home" and shit like that.
It
you
makes
know?
me want to like run through a field of like lilies with some hippie chicks and like be on.
I like
LSD.
it, and you hear a lot of other influences.
hold
Like
hands with
when
Jimi
he does
Hendrix.
like guitar
Yeah.
stuff, it sounds like Queen.
Yeah, and I like that style. It's he is a pretty good musician. Like I like his. I mean, I think he did a pretty decent cover of La Camisa Negra by Juanes. That was a surprise.
Hey man, I'm glad he's just he's oh shit. Yeah. Speaking of Mexico,
Fucking.
there's a lot of shit going on in Mexico.
Well,
right
there's
now.
a bunch of, but like the most recent one, fucking Americans going down as tourists to Mexico to what part of it?
Mazatlan.
Was it Mazatlan? Was that where it was?
Mazatlan.
In the hotel area, complaining that Mexicans, the people who are from Mexico,
Whose country are
who aren't visitors, the locals.
the
And
natives.
this is like by the way, this isn't like every other country of like brown people of any ethnic color or whatever, when it's like people from America or the UK, anywhere in Europe, go outside of there and they go to any other country that isn't theirs, that has no commonality, that nothing for them to connect with. The whole point of you visiting, going on vacation, is to take in
the culture.
what I assume is
Yeah.
you take in the culture. Like you go to some Americans will go to other countries and be like, why aren't they speaking English? I'm like, well, they're not in England or America. Why don't you fucking learn the language of the dude? That's what I love doing. I found this little diner by where I live, and it's a little family-owned spot. The owners are like, the family's Greek. Dude, sitting,
Opa!
yeah, dude, sitting there ordering stuff. I realized that, and they all had accents, and I could hear them speaking a language. I see the menus in Greek, so I assume maybe they're Greek. The waitress comes up to me. It's like, is this Greek? Like, are you guys Greek? It's like a weird thing. Probably it makes people feel a little nervous, but I'm used to it because people always ask me or
Yeah,
assume.
because you're Mexican.
Because it's like they assume, yeah, literally they assume I'm Mexican, but
Oh, you're not?
I'm Guatemalan. No, I'm joking. Guess what? She's like, yeah, Greek. So I was like, okay, let me try some of the Greek food on the menu. While they're doing that, bro, I pull up TikTok. I learned like three different phrases in Greek. So they brought out my food. I'm like, Efcharisto, thank you. And then when I leave, I go yasu, like
Yasu.
bye. That's what I love about it. The greetings, like when you to greet a Greek person, yasu, or I'm probably butchering it, but it's like yasu. That's hello. Goodbye, yasu. And then like almost every other word, it seems like it's yasu. I haven't learned everything, but it's like learn the basics. Hello, goodbye, thank you. And then but they appreciate that. And in the back, I'm like, hola, ¿cómo estás? Because Carlos is back there working that.
Oh no,
That hashtag stay wild, Carlos.
I said ni hao, and she was like, "I'm from Guatemala."
No, you said ni hao, and she's like, soy de Cuernavaca, or something like that.
Oh
I don't
my
know.
God, yeah, no, I'm just joking.
Soy de
No.
Michoacan.
I've been seeing a lot of memes about that. and
But
it's
yeah,
kinda-
Anyway, not to go off on too much of a rant, but fucking learn. I love learning languages. I love learning about culture. That was always my favorite subject in school. But like these Americans going to Mexico, complaining about Mexicans playing their Mexican music on a Mexican resort in Mexico, like
in a
it's just-
Mexican country.
in a Mexican country. Out of all the Mexican countries, you complain in Mexico? Don't know, because there's other Mexican country. It's called California. And there's New Mexico.
Oh.
You complain in New Mexico. they're a little newer. They're it's a little
Yeah.
fresh. This one's been Mexico for longer.
Yeah.
That part has
Yeah.
been Mexico. It's just like, but anywhere you go, like
I just think it's so ironic because
same thing.
Mexicans hate Mexicans so much too that
Yeah.
some do try to comply. I've been hearing stories about
The hotel themselves were trying to.
the-
Yeah, Jason, that's
and
understandable.
I've heard stuff about it in Mexico City also. The gentrification's crazy that if you don't speak English, you're not even allowed to eat at places. And
That's
it's so crazy to me because Mexicans really hate Mexicans that much.
Now-
They're like, yay, the white man.
honestly, but with that a little bit too. I it's like I almost understand because it's like, damn, I'm defending a country. My thing is like, I'm looking at it as like, if you're a person from another country complaining about the country you're in, that how different it is from your country, that I hate. The stupid shit is like when you live in the country, like because we have this problem here. There's a video of a lady complaining, a white lady, a Karen in a convenience store, listening to a Native American chick speaking in whatever
Ooh,
language.
I'm gonna snag your auntie.
Yeah, no, this auntie was in there speaking. I don't know, exactly what language it is because almost all the native languages are dead. So whatever it was, she was speaking in her native tongue in America. And
Native American.
yeah, a Native American language. There's different ones. And there she's like, stop speaking. Like, go to your own country if you want to speak, Mexican or whatever. Already assuming that she's not. I'm like, and she had to, stand on business as they say, And
Did she pop her?
yeah, she actually ended up hitting her because the lady touched her first. So the chick hit her back, rightfully so. That's the thing I don't get is when older people too think they can put their hands on you. That's fucking those boomers that they think because they were raised in a generation of like getting physically abused to like to comply. And it's like, okay, that's fine. But like if you as an old person put your hands on me and think I'm not gonna fucking hit you back.
I mean, I don't care who you are. If you start trying to hurt me, I'm gonna defend myself.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not gonna fuck you up or nothing, but I'm gonna diffuse the situation in the ways that I've trained to.
Yeah,
Regardless of gender or race.
Yeah. Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
age. Maybe you wouldn't fuck up a little kid. I guess.
No,
right?
fuck that shit. Teach your kids.
Okay,
I'll punt a little. I'll punt a 5-year-old.
Jesus.
No, I won't. But I'll like definitely.
I'll smack him in the back of the.
I might like boom, and then if the dad says or the mom or whoever, if they had a dad, they probably wouldn't do that. But
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
just saying if fatherless activities. I'm just saying.
Tell us more, Kevin Samuels.
Wipe your ass. That's the thing I hate about that too is like trying to defend and say like only speak this language in this country. The U.S. doesn't have an official language. We don't have an. So whenever someone tells
but here's the thing.
you can't speak.
But here's the thing. I learned English. You know what? Like I get it. Like going to a place and learning their language.
And I'm all for.
Like I'm taking
I think
Duolingo so I could learn Japanese so I can go to Japan.
And that I love, and I encourage people to do that. I love doing that, but I think everyone should do it because of the same way I don't like, and I'll do this all the time when I have to deal with some customers at work who just look at me and start speaking Spanish, and then I'm like, sorry, no Spanish. Now the thing is, I refuse to speak Spanish at my job, not to be an asshole, but because they could pay me more for it, and they refused to. So I said no. That's a skill I acquired on my own, pretty much, and I've gotten better with it over the years, to where I can hold a conversation, well enough. Like I know enough to help customers and to like make a sale. But my thing is like, if you're not gonna pay for that service, then I'm not gonna give you free labor.
Yeah, because I remember when I got hired at some of my bilingual.
Yeah, and that's
and I was like, I'm bisexual. No, I'm just kidding.
No, but like most of these companies in America, they do that. They offer competitive pay, but it's like, man, if you're bilingual, we'll pay you even whatever more than starting just for being bilingual. And it's like, and the thing I hate about it is like I used to feel bad, but then I started seeing it too. A lot of these customers, not to sound like a Trump supporter, but they come to this country and they refuse to learn the language. Now, my problem isn't like you should learn as much as you can. I bet I had ADHD just now. You should learn as many languages as you can. One is just good for your brain, and it's just good for you. It opens you up more to like meeting new people and giving
I
you
think
opportunities.
it's like music, you know. It's like
It's
listening to
I
music.
listen to a little bit of everything, but my thing is like I don't mind speaking it, and I don't think you should. You should tell people like you can't, like do this. You can't be here if you don't speak the language. But at the same time, if you're downright refusing like, I'm not saying fully assimilate, but bro, learn the language. At some point, if you're here 30 years in America, I've been in America maybe like 22 years, mainland. But like, if you've been here like longer than I've been alive, and you haven't bothered to learn English, I'm sorry, dude. Like, at this point, you're struggling yourself. Like, that's on you. Because I grew up around Latinos, and I understand that the kids who like learn, and it's good. There's a reason why they get better jobs and they do well in school. Like they're kind of they don't have a choice. They have to speak Spanish at
I will
home,
tell you this: I didn't start getting callbacks until I started going by Mike.
and there's that double edge. There's the
Yeah.
double edge. It's
I
this
had,
like
I had to
discrimination type
blend
thing.
in a little more.
Yeah, if you're
But
yeah.
honestly, I prefer being called Mike.
Yeah, I mean, and that's fine. But like, I think there's a thing where I get it. You want to hold on to your culture, and language is a big part of your culture. But like this is another thing. It goes the same way as the Americans going to Mexico trying to bring all of their culture and then getting mad when people aren't, like accepting of it. You can't come to. You can hold where you're staying at too, where you're living. You should learn about that area and try to take some of that as well, wherever it is. Whether you're from Mexico, living in America, if you're an American going to Mexico, if you're in the UK versus the US, if whatever country, you should be open to learning. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Um, but yeah, no, it's just like these customers that I deal with sometimes they get mad, and it's funny because I have to hold my tongue whenever they're cursing me out in Spanish, and I have to pretend that I have no idea what they're saying. And I'm like, okay, have a good day. Sorry, no
Que
Nintendo.
tenga buen día.
Que tenga buen día. Okay. Igualmente.
No Nintendo.
No Nintendo.
La tuya en bicicleta.
Yeah. Yeah, Hong Kong, man.
Oh no. Okay.
Y tu mamá también. Like, I gotta just like, you know,
I mean, look,
deal with that.
I think it's kind of funny because at the end of the day, Mexicans in Mexico will side with the white people because the president's from what I heard, AMLO Andres Manuel López Obrador, he sent like some military to enforce that there should be no banda.
But didn't some of the military end up staying and singing with the banda?
Yeah, they didn't comply.
Yeah, because they're like, no, fuck this shit. Like, you're at the hotel. That's
I mean,
fine.
look, especially in those places like Mazatlan where like banda is
Yeah.
like a thing over there. It's just like, bro, if you don't want to hear banda, go to Puerto Vallarta, you know?
Yeah, man.
Go to Yucatan, Cancun, you know? Like,
Go.
and right now,
Maybe go
banda
back-
is becoming, it's the trap music of Mexico.
Yeah.
You know how trap is taking over America? Everybody
Yeah.
listens to hip hop and like, they know who Drake is and Future and Lil
Yeah.
Yachty and things like that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's like that in Mexico. So the things that are taking over in Mexico, ironically, is like either murder music, like Mexican murder music, or otaku culture,
Yeah.
which is hilarious because that's another thing. It's like some parts are becoming like Japan,
Yeah, I mean,
and that means they stopped cooking their fish, guys, which we're truly against. Cook your fish, guys.
stay walk. God damn. I hope that catches on.
The stay walk. We need a
stay-
shirt. Stay
Yeah,
walk.
stay walk. I hope someone gets that tattooed on them.
Nobody's even watching right now, but imagine we get to the point one day where people are like, "Oh, you guys are so funny. I got hashtag stay walk."
Eventually,
You know?
it'll be funny enough in like 10 years.
When people find our old clips, it's like, "Bro, what happened to these guys?" It's like, "Oh, they're dead. They
Oh,
had a
yeah.
suicide pact."
Yeah,
That's a little
I'm gonna
dark.
be looking at I'm gonna be looking back 10 years from now like one of a clip of me saying, "God damn, I'm so fat. I need to get in shape." and I'm like 200 pounds heavier than them.
And you're like, man, I was so skinny.
God damn, man.
Bro.
I should have been appreciative. But anyway.
Well, speaking of Mexican invasions, the
Yeah.
Ecuadorians.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Break it down because you told me about it.
I mean,
but I don't-
I'll break it down. I
don't know
haven't.
the
I
details.
just saw it this morning, honestly.
yeah.
But the Ecuadorians, the sent special
The
Ecuadorian.
people from the equator,
The Ecuador. They
Guinea pig
sent
eaters.
the
guinea pig eaters.
the guinea pig eaters.
Yeah, you know.
I
they
thought that
eat
was
guinea-
Peruvians.
No, that's Ecuadorians too. I'm pretty sure Ecuador.
Anyway,
Yeah. Anyway.
so they invaded the Mexican embassy. But here's the thing, it's nothing against Mexico. I heard at the Mexican.
oh, they're trying to
embassy.
like.
So they went to
Extradite
get
him?
they went to get him out of there and be like, no, you can't hide in Mexico, hombre. And that's what I think. So I don't know if Mexico's gonna. I don't know if this is an actual act of war, but it would be insane.
Well, generally speaking, kind of it. Now, if sending a military from one country to another, I mean, could be considered, an act of war. That's basically seems like an invasion.
Well, that's technically is an invasion because wherever an embassy is, it's technically that country.
So, I mean, that's a scary thing, but I don't know the relationship between Mexico and Ecuador.
I mean, I haven't heard what the Mexican president said. Like I said, I'm actually very because I saw it this morning and I was like, no way, like this isn't happening.
That's crazy. That's definitely crazier. That's bigger news than Americans at the beach.
Yeah, the whole thing with the Americans at the beach is like the audacity, like the borders. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of fucked. It's pretty fucked.
Oh wait,
What are you looking at?
I googled it. So
Oh,
did
the Ecuador thing.
So it says no, they didn't invade Mexico. They invaded the Mexican embassy.
That's what I said.
I thought that's what I was thinking the whole time. I thought you meant they.
I
went
mean, it
to
technically is Mexico. That's what I'm saying. Like if you go to the Mexican embassy or the American
Yeah.
embassy, it's like attacking America.
Oh, so I could just go to the one that we have here, and I don't even have to leave the country.
Like you could go to the Mexican embassy and claim that you're not in America.
And cross the border. That's crazy.
I don't know.
I'm
But
in the border.
it's like a thing where you don't attack embassies. Like
Yeah,
it's
no,
a-
I know it's a thing. It's very political. Like, yeah, I know. No, I know what it means. But I'm just saying, when you told it to me, I straight up thought you meant like they went to Mexico.
No.
Because I was like, I feel like I should be hearing this more.
No. If they actually went to Mexico, there would have been some wars.
Yeah, there definitely would have been.
I wonder how good Mexico. Well, this sounds bad, but no.
They do pretty good. I mean, dude, a lot of the Zetas, the military, the paramilitary trained here in Georgia at Fort Benning. That Fort Benning is where like the fucking Army Rangers train, dude, the special forces. And there's been they said before
Rangers lead the way.
yeah, before the Zetas really took over and got as big as they did, a lot of them were training here in Fort Benning. So that's the one thing we do good as in America. I don't know how good our military is, at least currently, but the book that I'm reading, Surprise, Kill, Vanish. I'm listening to the audiobook. It's a great book, and it talks about a lot about Americans' involvement from the CIA to the beginnings of special operations units.
It's crazy to think of all the governments that the CIA toppled.
I mean, and they implanted,
you gave me the fucking like Chick-fil-A girl look. Dude, no Chick-fil-A sauce.
Yeah.
Lemonade.
No, but it is crazy the involvement from. I don't remember like because it talks about different wars over the time, like from I think at least World War II to all the way to the. Like,
Oh yeah, after World War II is when they
like
got going.
even to like the Gulf War. So you should check it out. I do the audiobook because I prefer that mood.
Yeah, the ADHD.
Yeah, I don't know how to read.
Me
I know
neither.
I don't know how
I
to
feel
listen
I
to
have
you.
to reread sentences so many times. Like I'm on one page for 10 minutes
Yeah.
because I have to reread it and reread it and reread it and reread it and reread it.
No, that's definitely my struggle. Sorry, man. This fucking cough is getting me. Don't come to Georgia if you've got allergies, man. This shit is killing me. 1 second.
I mean, we're gonna probably wrap it up soon. No?
Carry on,
No?
carry on, carry on.
I mean, so another thing that I wanted to bring up that uh, everybody's just kind of been talking about, and this isn't necessarily something that's been talked about in the news or anything, but just people on social medias have been kind of expressing this feeling, and this goes to kind of relate with older Gen Zers and younger and older millennials, where we are growing up, we are quickly becoming the next generation to take over. We're the next generation of adults. We're the next generation of parents, next generation of uncles. Our parents, our grandparents now, and all that. And it's just kind of we don't really grow. Like, I mean, at least I haven't, and I've been seeing a lot of people on social media speaking about feeling the same. Where this guy is talking about saying, "Oh, I'm 33 years old, but I'm not." I'm still not in that mindset where I'm an adult. Adults just seem more mature, more adultier, right? That's a term that us as millennials or zillennials or Gen Zers, however you guys want to see us, that's a term we have. But I want to talk about this one song I did hear on TikTok. It's funny, guys. You guys are gonna be like, "Oh, well, you get all your fucking news on TikTok or whatever." It's like it's not like that. It's not like that. I just be pooping and seeing things on the socials. But this one song I thought was really good. Yeah, this one. So let me. I don't. It's it's called the Millennial Imposter Syndrome, and it says we'll be teenagers forever, but not forever young. Always on the cusp of growing up, but it's never quite enough. I think it's great because the nostalgia that's even the late 90s, early just 2000s, just anything prior to 010, the wave of nostalgia, the the awareness of how good we had it, or how simple things were, or how tiring and exhausting it is to live today's life pretending going to work and playing pretend as adults when in reality a lot of us come home and we're playing games on Twitch, right? A lot of us come home and we're trying to go back to our old hobbies, to play guitar, to draw, to paint, to read manga. A lot of people like anime now, and it's great because I think it appeals a lot to their inner child to dress up and play pretend. Halloween, when you're a cosplayer, Halloween is every day. You can enjoy the fun part of being somebody else, being somebody and not this world, being somebody from a place where your daily struggles bring adventure and growth and friendship rather than misery, loneliness, and just overall dread of life. And I think it's just something that's been overwhelming our generation, and how it's just a wave that hits, and at this point of history, we are the generation kind of like the 60s where we want something else. But our generation is not leaving everything to go follow Benson Tory. We are still worried about money. We're still worried about credit. Now we're in a spot that no matter what we do, we can't afford it. There's people who went in to do studying to go to college, and they went in taking the trust in their career and what they were studying that would pay off, and they took in some loans thinking that they would be able to pay off these loans in time to make something out of themselves, that their job would be something big enough that these loans wouldn't be anything. So I just think it's interesting that we're all feeling that, oh, he's back. Hey, little buddy. Are you feeling better?
Yeah, I just had to do snort a line.
Uh,
I'm just joking. No, I have this really bad fucking cough that's it's killing me, man.
I
All
mean,
this
we're
phlegm.
almost at an hour, so we don't have to push it
No,
too much.
no, 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 dude, no. We'll go. I mean, Well, I mean, not too late, but yeah, we can do another hour or so. Whatever.
Well,
let's,
we'll do like another 20. I
okay,
think.
that's fine. Anyway, so what were we talking
Well, I
about?
was talking about the how millennials feel. You know, like how we're older, but we don't feel old. You know, like like look at this
I
photo.
think okay.
Look at this image right here. Look at
Okay,
these.
so
Look
I
at
think
these
it's
chuckle fucks.
I think it's
Look.
but I do feel old.
No,
But
I feel like I'm getting old, but I feel like I never got out of being like 17.
yeah, you know, because we're there's that thing where we're like mentally and emotionally. I'll say this confident because that's the thing though that I've been trying to work on myself, and part of it is recognizing your behaviors. Anyone who watches me on here, like, I'm not I'm really not that different. I'm not like putting on a show. This is how I am.
Oh, you don't talk like this normally? That's weird.
No. Actually, this is my real accent. I don't fuck. I'm
Behind
not even American.
Behind the scenes, they're like, oh, behind the scenes of loud noises, like,
Get that fucking camera on my face.
it's like, I don't like this fucking.
Makeup. No.
Why is he my fucking co-host?
Yeah, I don't fucking like this guy. I've only known him for about 6 months to make all that shit about Drake. No, dude. Like, no, it's fucking. I'm like this. Uh, I'm like this pretty much most of the time. But no, like I am trying to recognize my behaviors so I can be a better person. Improve. One thing too is because of like I do see it as like if you do have friends, like it's one thing if you're a loner and like you have no friends, no loved ones, like that's sad. That truly is sad. And I used to think of myself that way, like, oh man, no one. I have no one, but I do. I have people, and that's for me to have thought that way is actually very selfish thing because like there are people who do care about me, and I do have friends and I do have family, and there's people I talk to, and as much as I like to think like, oh, the world doesn't understand me and stuff, dude. I'm not the only one who thinks like that. There's like billions of people who probably feel that way. I'm actually very fortunate.
Well, the thing is that a lot more people are feeling that way.
Yeah.
And it's like, why in the age where we're most connected are we most separated, right? And I think that's where the dilemma starts.
I think part of it is because we have too much. We're too aware of everything. And it's not like that like depression didn't exist or whatever. Like I think before PTSD, when soldiers during the Civil War had what we call PTSD. Excuse me, goddamn.
Yeah, like, I know they called it shell shock after World War One.
Yeah, shell shock. It's a sudden thing prevents your growth because you're stuck in a war zone, and then like the Civil War and stuff. And before that, they call it like melancholy. It's like I'm sad or I feel down and I don't know why. And it's because I think especially men, we need to be doing something like we need to be active. We need to be physically moving around. We need to be doing something physically exhausting, something that's like that takes a toll on our bodies physically, but also like mentally because it is in a way it's like a distraction. Like if we're going through an actual physical struggle of whatever it is, lifting weights, doing jujitsu, martial arts, a combat sport, if we're in the middle of war, guys who are on the front lines in the battle, they're not going through PTSD there. They're going through it like
later
after
when they're processing
a lot of people who come home, they say like some people never come back home from the war. Like physically they're there, but mentally. I have an uncle. You met my uncle Adrian. What did he do when he was always in in his balcony, in the outside like storage closet, cleaning his gun and just like not shooting, but he's taking practice shots. It's not the gun's not in America.
Yeah, I mean,
but he's like
we've never been to war, right?
Yeah, but
like I played Call of Duty. No, I'm just kidding.
I play Call of Duty, so I'm
a regular on Fortnite. I'm
listen.
But real talk. So like back because I have a friend who I train with, and he was in Desert Storm, and he went into Iraq right after 9/11 and all that stuff. And he's always there. Like when talk about readjusting to civilian life, it's really a thing because over there, the routine is different, and it's really about being like it's like being in medieval times in the Wild
Yeah.
West, where like you just kill and that's an everyday part of life. And now here, you can't just like get mad at someone or somebody fucks with your friends and kill them,
Yeah.
right? So
There's
they
are
have to
they're bound by
they
like
have
this law,
they
this
have to
civilized.
they were taken this boundary, this wall that everybody's born with. For them, they get that wall destroyed, demolished to become killers to protect, right? But then when they come back, they get little help building that boundary back, and they don't know they're having to do it on themselves, and they see out beyond the wall
Right.
what there was. Because here's the thing, it's weird philosophically to. I'm not free of what my conscience would do, of what the law might do, right? But when you're in war and it's ultimate survival,
It's almost like
there's
black and white.
yeah,
It's like
there's no yeah, it's fight or flight,
yeah,
right?
it's like yeah, stay alive, which in a sense it's difficult in a sense because of the fear of it. But once you eliminate the fear of death and all this, when everything's like, look, which these guys have it basically during their training and stuff as recruits, like do or die. You can't have that um, attitude in regular civilian life. Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah,
I might die.
yeah. I mean, I just think it's
If
interesting.
you guys want to see a dead body live, stay tuned.
I can
for
pull a
another
knife
10
on you
minutes.
right now.
I would not be able to stab me right. No, stab me in the chest plate, man. Yeah, let me bleed out or let
Nah,
me, the
we're gonna
mucus
do
come
that.
out.
No, we're gonna do that.
For legal purposes, that was a joke.
I'm gonna kill him in Minecraft.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna straight up murder this dude in pool.
Fortnite. Yeah, I just find it interesting on the mentalities now, right?
Yeah.
And how our generation, when people study this is gonna be known. I think this phenomenon or this trend or whatever you want to call it of us getting older but still like they're going back to being kids. Because somewhere said something about this is kind of a planned thing too to keep us mentally immature as like teenagers. So the people who have been in control can stay in control longer because we're gonna have a hard time taking in
Jobs.
the responsibilities. You know, things
Yeah.
that they've been doing since the 50s, and then the new ways they created them to run. You know that we don't know how to adapt to. Like I don't know. I don't know.
I think there's some truth to that. Like I know what you're saying, and watching those conspiracy videos. I mean, I haven't really watched too much of them, but like 10 years ago, I was into them,
Mm-hmm.
and again, part of me that was more naive would easily believe it, but then part of me is also like, well, of course they want us to sound crazy.
Yeah, I
Because
mean,
when you sound crazy enough, who's gonna want to listen to the crazy person?
that's what kind of pisses me off sometimes is that the people who are telling the truth, and I'm not gonna go around telling you that it's telling the truth, right? But there's truth to some things,
Yeah.
and there has been things that were done by our government that have come out, and even the things that are supposed to be like super revealed now, they're like, no, we're still withholding some of that information.
Yeah.
You know, and like some stuff about Kennedy was supposed to be revealed like in 2020 or something like that, and it was like mostly redacted files. I got so mad I broke this stick.
Tense. Yeah, I mean, same thing like the aliens and all that. Remember?
I
it's
remember
been like
Trump
4 years
in his
now.
campaign in 2016 was like, frankly, if I get elected, I'll tell the truth about the aliens. And then he was like, holy shit, I really can't tell you guys this. You're going to freak out. I've been told by the director of the CIA.
George Bush. That's right. He still runs it. That's right. Yeah, I mean,
Senior.
yeah, no. Tell me that's not a weird thing that like the director of the CIA and stuff like how they're coming.
I mean, didn't Hoover end up becoming president too, and he was like the director of the FBI?
J. Edgar Hoover? Not. I think Herbert Hoover was the president. I don't know if they're. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked into it, but like I wouldn't be surprised if they're related. But yeah, J. Edgar Hoover. Funny enough, I think he was gay. I don't know how open it was, but I think he was gay. But I mean, the kind of shit they.
I don't know
do.
why that matters.
Well,
Are you
because of
homophobic?
no, it's just like there was something about him
It was
a lot
about
of
the
the opera-
blackmail porn shit.
Yeah,
right.
like the stuff that he would do, you would think like he would defend like gay people, but it was more of like a power thing too. It's like because there were certain things like in that time, in his time, it wasn't. It's definitely wasn't acceptable to be openly gay.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy because a lot of men in power, like in Rome or whatever, or like Greece, they were gay. You know,
Yeah.
a lot of philosophers,
All these people, man,
and they liked like young boys too. Like they're like,
the
oh,
Spartans, man. That's the funniest thing to me when I see like a big like a dude in a truck, and it says like Molon Labe or whatever that Greek saying is. Come and take. I don't know if that's the actual translation, but it's a Greek
come and take it.
different meaning when you find out that they like to come and take it. But I mean, that's all I'm saying. It's like it's just funny when you see that. So I mean, you got like Caligula, those weird fucking rulers who are into some crazy shit.
I mean,
Then you had people like Nero sitting on his throne playing the fucking ukulele while his city burned down. The Italian ukulele, the lyre, not lyre, or something like that. A stringed instrument.
Not the sitar, it's the other one.
No, sitar's Indian. It's is it not lyre?
Mandolin?
No. Something like that. Basically ukulele, but like.
It's like that one that's like.
Yeah, the Italian style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, okay. Well, I think we should wrap it up. What do you think?
Yeah, just like safe sex, man. Wrap it up.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, again, guys, this was a little bit of like a chill stream, nothing too crazy. We did go a little off.
Yeah, I mean, well, was there anything else you wanted to mention? The Francis Scott Key Bridge. Still think there's a conspiracy behind that.
Yeah, I want to know why there's not coverage about the rescue and the
and
search.
there's gonna be people
like there's been for these people.
Just like the Titanic sinking. Just so happened to be that the CEOs of some competitive businesses were on a ship that another competitor was supposed to be on, but he wasn't.
Dude, we should look into. We should. You know what we should make the next episode about? Old conspiracies, and we should just focus on like.
I think
because there's this one video, and I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay.
That it's talking about the World War I conspiracy and how World War I was started on a conspiracy, which was a conspiracy to kill Archduke Ferdinand.
Yeah.
Which goes to show that like the word conspiracy has just been made such a taboo that people don't even understand what conspiracy is.
Yeah. Yeah, because they conspire. It's different, but
they scheme.
Anyway, but that whole thing too, World War I itself. How are these countries who are technically the leaders are related to each other?
Well, there was a room that
Tsar
planned
Nicholas
World War I.
And who is it?
There was a whole room that planned World War I.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's the fucking biggest, massive, most dangerous like chess game or game of Monopoly. Maybe that's what it is. It's a game of Monopoly in real life, played with real casualties.
The Rock of I love that meme where it's like you have hold power when you're when you're point like fucking sizing up the King of England like you might be a Rothschild.
Dude, I'm telling you, look up the Grey Pope. Look up the Grey Pope.
They come in that color?
Huh?
He comes in that color?
That's exactly what you that's exactly why you haven't heard of him. The Pope who's more powerful than Pope who's the current Pope Francis?
The Grey Pope?
Yeah. We got to talk about it next time.
Hold on, I'm gonna look at it.
It's too much to get into right now.
We got a little bit of time. Let me see. Not the gay Pope, right?
Grey Pope. I mean, it's the same thing. I'm sure he diddles as well. People worried about Diddy diddling. Man, look up the fucking church.
Yeah, no.
This is the guy who funds the Catholic Church. Are they talking about it?
What is the name of the Grey Pope? Oh, I put.
Yeah, great. Yeah, no.
It's GRAY
or GREY if
no,
you're in Britain. I don't think it's gonna easily be on Google.
Does the Grey Pope really exist?
Well,
Pope Pepe Orsini. Pepe
yes.
Orsini hailed from Maximus clan and Cludius clan. Three familiar popes.
Basically the Illuminati. This is where the Illuminati and the real from the video. Look, from the videos that I've seen, again, me going down the rabbit hole. This is where the original mafia comes from. The original, like the Illuminati. These are people who you can't you can't just run as president. I mean, you could run, but like
They
the
pick
game is
you.
rigged.
Yeah.
You will not ever get elected. These people are put there. A lot of them, they don't want to run themselves. They are put there, and there's a connection. Look up the connection
The
between
black
George
and
Bush.
white pope.
Yeah, the black and white.
There's
the
a
white,
black pope and a white. Like,
the
what
white
does that
pope.
mean?
The white pope is Pope Francis of the Vatican City.
And who's the black pope?
I don't know, someone a bit higher, who's like also in the Catholic, but the gray pope is powerful than both of them. Oh, dude, look it up. Look into it.
I'm like,
That was the last time I got in. That was a couple months ago. That was the last time I was going down a rabbit hole and I had to stop. So I haven't seen a lot about it. It just came up on my feed. But yeah, look into it.
shit.
If
yeah.
you want to know what makes the world turn, the Grey Pope. This is who the Vatican
I'm
is run
scared
by.
of.
This is who the mafia is run. And even then, they were talking about during World War II how by then that technically the Sicilian mafia was the one running the U.S. the country, that they were involved. That apparently in World War II, but even when that John F. Kennedy's father worked for the mob, the Irish mob in Boston or whatever, in Massachusetts,
Sheesh.
and that Kennedy, they had him killed because he was not complying with the mob.
I did hear it was the mob that got him.
You know, so.
But then you also hear it was the CIA that got him.
Well, who do you think the CIA is in cahoots with?
The Grey Pope.
The mob, the fucking the same way like the Nation of Islam killed Malcolm X. It always
What?
it always be your own people or something.
You can't say that word.
What, your people?
No, the word you want to say.
What?
Nothing. Okay, well, we're gonna wrap it up with that,
God damn.
and we're gonna next episode we're gonna be talking conspiracies, and I'm gonna look into the Grey Pope.
Yeah, look at the Grey Pope. Look up the Grey Pope. Get some information. I don't know too much about it. I just went down a rabbit hole and I had to stop because I honestly could not even handle.
You were like,
I could not handle just what I was listening to and seeing. I was like, I mean, it's probably really good. Probably, yeah, it's propaganda. I like my orange juice with no pope.
yeah, me too.
But anyway, guys,
Yeah, anything else you want to say before we head out?
I'm good, man. I'm trying not to talk because I will cough
Yeah,
every other word.
I need you to get better for next episode.
Yeah,
but
I-
yeah,
If I'm not here, guys, I'll probably be dead before next episode. But thanks for tuning in. When you guys tune in, it's been real. It's been fun.
and sorry we've been slowing down on the posting and stuff. I kind of been lazy.
It's rough. We need to hire like a chief editor person.
We just need to get our shit together, and I need to stream more.
It's rough, but yeah.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Is that all you want to say?
That's it. I'm done, man.
Well, guys,
have a good one. Take it easy.
If you can, if you're watching this on the YouTubes later after the live show, be sure to give a like, give a subscribe. Follow me at Mike Perchik and at Mike Perchik Plays. Follow him, Tommy Boy, at Martin_Taman. That's Martin _TAMAN, right?
Mhm.
Taman.
Yes.
And yeah, guys, show us some love. Share the stream. Tell your
Share
friends
the
about it.
stream.
We're gonna be doing some cosplaying content at a con soon. So
MomoCon.
yeah.
And if you want to visit, just kidding, we fool. Also, go give a listen to our friends Jaw Fane and Close Enough. Close Enough is based in Atlanta. Jaw Fane, I believe, is from Tennessee. But these
Tennessee.
bands, we do have some shirts that we're still trying to give away, and we're gonna do a giveaway basket. But
And we're gonna try to interview the bands.
yeah,
too.
we're gonna try to interview the bands. We're still getting equipment set up, but guys, please go give them a listen. Follow them. They are on Spotify. Jawfane, JAWFANE. They're on. They have some posts on my Instagram. If you follow me at Martin_Taman on Instagram, look at my posts. They're pretty recent. Follow them and listen to their songs. Comment the song that you like from them. Comment anything you like that you've heard from them. We will be doing a giveaway with some signed T-shirts and a bunch of some other goodies.
soon.
Soon. I mean, we're just
To
you
be announced.
yeah.
Announcing the to be announced.
yeah.
Like we're announcing
TBA.
the plans.
Yeah, we're
of
announcing
this,
that it
yeah.
will eventually.
We're not
happen.
announcing it yet. Yeah.
Yeah, it could be next week. It could be
Next year.
Hopefully
Loud
before
noises.
I die. Loud noises.
All right. Well, anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us right here with us right now, living it and loving it. And for that, we're forever thankful. And, with that being said, I hope you guys stay happy. I hope you guys stay safe. And I hope that you guys stay golden. Good night.
Good night.
I've lost all ambition or worldly acclaim. I just wanna be